Welcome viewers, my name is Kieng Wilfred, the Regional Consultant of the Kenya Centers of Academicians and Diverse Oriented Research. This is Screencast Program TSS8, Screencast number 16. And today we are hosting a very important person, an entrepreneur. This is an important session whereby we focus on business, corporate business, and today we are hosting Phoebe Suter. She's going to speak about business and health. Someone said health, if you want to get wealth, first of all you need good health. And so we will be listening to her, presenting to us the health part, and more also maybe we get to understand the opportunity that is in the health. Thank you so much. I would want her to introduce herself and maybe begin to introduce this important program.
Thank you so much, Daktari. To our viewers, good afternoon. I'm glad to be part of this discussion today, and I'm going straight to the point. My name is Phoebe Suter. Phoebe is an entrepreneur currently, but a former banker. Before I joined entrepreneurship, I used to work in the bank as a banker. And 5 years ago, I chose this entrepreneurship path. And I just want to share with you what I'm currently doing. I'm an independent distributor with Alliance in Motion Global. And the Alliance in Motion Global is a Philippine-based company that was established in 2006. Currently, we are counting 15 years of success. And we launched this company here in Kenya in March of 2016 in Nairobi. And we also have an office here in Eldoret, which we opened doors on November of 2019. And here in Eldoret, we are based at Eldoret Daima Towers, 8th floor. Alliance in Motion Global has got two objectives in the society. We are looking at healthy awareness, and also we want to empower people financially. And I'm going, of course, to start with the healthy awareness, because we believe that health is our greatest wealth. So I believe we are ready to learn about health. And before I talk about the health part, I just want us to have a healthy talk. You know, when you look at ourselves as human beings, there is what we call a body anatomy. We are told we are made up of trillions of cells. And several cells normally makes tissues, which makes organs, system, and the body the way it is. And many a times, we are every day we are being told to take a balanced diet because our bodies needs proper nutrients to support our healthy cells in the body. And but when you look at the diet, the kind of diet we take, we normally don't take the balanced diet per se. And if we also get the whole food that we need, you know, at times, certain things might even make our bodies not to absorb the proper nutrients that we require in our bodies. And the end result normally is the low immune system to us. And when immunity comes down, we become vulnerable to several other conditions, and we become sick. And when the time of sickness comes, we'll never feel the sickness from the cell level. Most of the times, we feel the sickness from the organ level. I'm sure we've heard of people who have kidney failures, we've heard of heart failures, you've heard of people with diabetic cases because their pancreas has failed down. And when that time comes, we normally rush to hospital, of course, to be given medication. But conventional medicine, their role is majorly to manage their symptoms at that level. So the root cause normally is the cell. And when you look at a cell, when a baby is born, our cells are normally very healthy. But as we grow up, we're exposed to a different environment, which has a lot of free radicals. And free radicals are so many things, ranging from the kind of food we take. I'm talking about the kind of air we inhale. We have air pollution, water pollution, talk of chemical pollution, even because of the farming lifestyles that we embrace in our community, full of chemicals, the greenhouses and all those kind of stuff. And plus all those medicinal drugs also, because all medicines have side effects. Those are what we call free radicals, and those are the things that always contributes towards making damage our cells in our bodies. And if our cells are damaged, eventually our organs will fail. So today, as a company, we are looking at what can we do to minimize the damage of free radicals, because I can't tell you we can actually prevent them. But to minimize them, we need strong immune system. And to get a strong immune system, we need to take what we call antioxidants. World Health Organization normally advises people that on a daily basis, you need to take at least 5 servings of fruits and 5 servings of vegetables. I'm talking of normal fruits, like every day in your dish, you should take at least a quarter of a mango, a quarter of a banana, a apple. But many of us, we take them based on season, number one. Number two, we are looking even at affordability. Even some people even are ignorant about the importance of these fruits or vegetables. The vegetables, we tend to overcook them so much until it only satisfies our bodies, but we can never get the proper nutrients that we require. So eventually we might not be able to get our high level of antioxidants from that way. And the second way and the best way of getting high level of antioxidants is normally from food supplements. And food supplements, I would say they are the improved version of the same fruits and vegetables. It's only that they have retained their nutrient content. And our company, we are looking at that food supplements, and our mission is we want to protect the cell. Of course, a food supplement might not make you full, it might not make your stomach full, but it goes directly to your bloodstream and it nourishes your cell, because that's where we are looking at. We want, when your cell is strong, your body can defend itself from all these conditions we are suffering from. And on my table here, we've got a range of products. For example, what I'm holding here, I have what we call Complete Phyto Energizer. And Complete Phyto Energizer, it's a food supplement that contains several nutrients at a go. I'm talking of vitamins. If it is vitamins, we've got 29 vitamins inside. We've got minerals, stock of calcium, iron, magnesium, name all of them that you know, because each of them plays a different role in our bodies. And apart from that also, we've got fruits and vegetables that have been blended as a whole. I want us to look at an example of orange, for example. Today, if you go to the shop, you just buy orange the way it is, but we tend to peel out the outer cover. We tend to throw away the seeds because they are not edible. But we are told 90% of the nutrient content is normally found on those parts, we throw them away. And that's why many of us are not be able to get the right nutrients that we require. But the advantage of this food supplement is that everything has been blended the way it is. So we are assured of high quality nutritional supplement that has all the contents that require. Talk of digestive enzymes, it also helps us on constipation issues. Here we also have 12 mushrooms, healing mushrooms. Mushrooms are good, they are known for anti-tumors. And this goes to what is really affecting us today in our society. Cancer is an household name to everybody. And when you look at cancer, you know, when you look at a cancer patient, when you diagnose a cancer patient, we normally found the person already suffering, it's either at stage 3 or stage 4. And this product can help us to suppress those cancerous cells early in life, and it will enable us to prevent those non-communicable diseases. So all these components are contained in one product here, known as a Complete Phyto Energizer, but it has been put in a capsule form. And that's why many people can confuse them as medicines. But the real thing is they are not medicines, they are just a food supplement. You just swallow one capsule per day, and you are able to prevent your body cells, because if your cells are stronger, your body is also stronger. So that's one of the products we have. And apart from that also, we have another very unique product here that's called the Coleduce Omega Supreme. And Coleduce Omega Supreme is a pure fish oil rich in omega-3 fatty acids. It helps us in several benefits in our bodies. Number one, the name Coleduce means cholesterol reducer. This product is able to burn bad cholesterol in our blood vessels. Blood vessels are things like arteries and veins that carry blood in our bodies. You must have heard of high blood pressure cases, because generally our blood vessels should be very clear. But if the cholesterol comes in, it makes them so narrow. And if they become narrow, you'll realize even pumping blood will be something hard. It will endanger our heart because it is straining to pump the blood. And also cases of high blood pressure will start to develop. We must have even heard of people with arthritis, because their subnovial fluid is already dried up and it forms friction in our joints. So this Coleduce will be able to replenish the same and also helps to lubricate our joints. And also good for our brain development. It's good for memory also for adults, and it makes our kids' brains to be very sharp. So it's a very good product, and it's very important for everyone. And apart from that also, we've got another very good product. There's the same supplements but in form of beverage, because you realize this one Complete is in form of a capsule, and the Coleduce is in form of a soft gel also. You need to swallow it, or you can chew it if you can stand the fish aroma, you know. But again, the company went ahead and looked for a genius way to make sure what will happen to those people who might find it hard to swallow this capsule. And that's why they came up with beverages. We've got healthy coffee, we call them Live Alkaline Coffee. And we have drinking chocolate, we call it My Choco, to enable those people to supplement in a better way. And in this Live Alkaline Coffee, there are 3 unique things about the same. Number one, It contains all the supplements that are contained in our complete Phyto Energizer. They are really fortified, whatever is in the capsule, in the beverage. So you'll be able to take the supplementation in form of a drink, which is easier. Number 2, the caffeine content has been reduced because too much caffeine is not good for our health. And number 3, the coffee has been made alkaline simply to neutralize stomach acids in our bodies. So we are simply replacing your cup of tea or cup of coffee with a healthy drink that can help you to make your body better, and it can help you to prevent so many other medical conditions that comes with food. Then we also have the drinking chocolate, and the drinking chocolate is a perfect drink for our kids because our kids might not be able to swallow the whole capsule, but they are able to supplement in form of a beverage. Then we have something special here for those of us who are struggling with weight. You know, obesity is a major issue to many people, and we have what we call weight loss program. We have Burn Slim tablet here, and Burn Slim tablet, burn, the word burn means body under right nutrition. When it comes to weight, people have different stories on how to reduce weight, but some rules are very harmful because you don't have to starve yourself really to have an ideal weight. So here we are looking at a product that can help us to increase our metabolism. Let me say, how does weight even occur? When we take food every day, what brings weight is something known as starch or carbohydrates. For example, if I take my ugali or my rice, it normally goes through digestion process. And the first breakdown is from starch to fats, then from fats to energy. That's what we call metabolism. But there are people who have very poor metabolism whereby the conversion only happens from starch to fats and they are stored in our bodies. So this product is very important because it helps us to increase the metabolic rate for complete breakdown in our bodies. And it can also help us to burn excess fats if at all they are there. So we have a Burn Slim tablet, and here we have a Burn coffee. For those of us who might not be able to swallow the tablet, you are able to reduce your weight using the coffee. And also we have green tea, and green tea is very important. You can always add it to your drinking water that you are taking them on a daily basis. So we have a program for the weight loss. Of course, there's a month program, 2 months program, 3 months program, depending on the number of kgs you want to lose. It's a case-to-case thing, but we'll always deal with a person at a go. Few words, that's the much about the products we have. And I'm glad to have used these products and shared with so many other people for the past 5 years, and they have worked so well. And I always say, health is our greatest wealth, and that's why I'm sharing them today. The products already are registered here in Kenya. It has KEBS certified, as you are looking here, and we are dealing with products which are very high quality, and already we have a lot of success testimonies about the same, and they work, and we appreciate it. Wow. Yes, so that's much about the healthy aspect here.
Wow, that's great. I think we are learning a lot. We are learning a lot. Thank you so much, Phoebe. That is great, and I believe that our moderators here have some questions about the products. And just one thing I'm learning is that technology has allowed us to have all these fruits and vegetable and many other supplements under one
capsule. Yes.
One capsule. Just imagine. Most of us wonder where we can get even some certain kinds of fruits. Yeah. And I believe that we are learning a lot. Maybe I can allow, first of all, maybe our members to just maybe ask 1 or 2 questions, or as they make their comments on the same. Maybe I can start from Ricky.
Madam Phoebe.
Yes.
I'm interested with Coledus.
Coledus, yes.
Coledus.
Yes.
I think I need to watch out. I'm that kind of person. When I was in school, I used to like top layer.
Yes.
In fact, I had to strike some special friendship with the dining hall captain in order to access that fatty and very appetizing food. Yes. But now that I need to invest in my health in order to be successful wealth-wise, can you share how you have to say you have a program?
Yes.
Share some light about the program in order to cut on my cholesterol.
Okay. Number one, Daktari has talked about technology, I just want to emphasize the same. How all these components are put together is through a technology known as nanotechnology. You can go and Google that. Nanotechnology is a process whereby they have taken small quantities of all of them and they make them so minute that they can easily be absorbed in our bodies. And that's the technology that has made all this happening. Back to your question, Mr. Ricky, your concern is about your health, about the fitness of your body, yes? Yes. Number one, I normally say there is something known as BMI, body mass index. BMI, it can tell you whether you have an ideal weight or whether you are an underweight or whether you are an overweight. It's something to do with your kgs, your weight versus your height. So that's the first assignment that I want you to go and have a look at it. Then if it's below 19, you are underweight.
Like a chicken.
Yes. If it is over 25, because ideal one is between 20 to 25, you are okay. If it's between 25 to 30, you are overweight, and over 30, you are an obese. Yes. Okay. So that's the first assignment that I want you all of us to go and have a look at it. It's called the BMI. Then from there now, you can come in and see, tell us now the feedback so that we can guide you on how to check your proper weight. That's about the weight loss. But the cholesterol plays a very key role. Not because you are an obese, but because it checks the bad fats that are contained in our blood vessels. The veins, the arteries. Bad cholesterol, we consume fried food every other time. Let me just use an example. Every day we take fried food. Then immediately after you are finishing eating, we take cold water. So we are cooling the fats very fast. You must have seen people preparing mandasi back at home with the solid fats. When you heat it, it will melt. Yeah? Then when it cools, it solidifies. The same thing happens even in our bodies. So if it solidifies, it normally blocks our blood vessels, making them narrow. So if they make them narrow, it will mean that our blood are not able to flow freely, and people will develop high blood pressure cases. And high blood pressure cases not necessarily should come with a fatty person. Even those of us who are very thin, we always find ourselves with stroke issues, heart attack issues. So this cholesterol checks on that, not necessarily an obese person. Yes. So we have them in plenty. Maybe on a one-on-one basis, you can always come in and take you through the same.
Wow,
yes.
That's great. That's great. That's a great lesson. Simon?
Yeah, there's something you said about fruits.
Yes.
We all know that you should be eating fruits.
Yes.
But for some reason, maybe because of economic factors, or maybe because of lack of knowledge, most people don't take fruits. We have to take them for convenience.
Yes.
When we are able to, you buy a banana.
Yes.
Or maybe an orange.
A mango.
And even once what you said is that we don't eat the most important part, which is maybe the outer cover plus the seed.
Yes.
If I decided, because it is a fact that most people don't take fruits, if I decided to be able to do the supplements, could that replace fruit 100%? Or do I still need to combine this one with the fruits?
Yes.
And how effective are they?
So, at times, why do we eat fruits? That's my question, yes?
For fiber.
For fiber, yeah?
Yes.
But at times, many of us, many a times we eat because we want to fill the stomach.
Oh yeah, sure. When I'm hungry, I buy a banana.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
We eat just to fill the stomach, eh? But when it comes to nutrient value, we might not be able to get it. Because even the same nutritionists, they say, if you are taking fruits, if you are looking for your nutrients from fruits, then we also need to eat the fruits in a healthy way, in a good way. Because for you to have full nutrient from the fruit, you need to eat the fruits on an empty stomach. 30 minutes before any meal. Or 2 hours after meal. Because fruits, the digestion process is only 30 minutes.
Okay.
And digestion process for food is 2 hours. Many of us, we take fruits with food at the same time. So if you take fruits and food at the same time, it means your body is so busy digesting the every meal. And the fruits will be on hold. And by the time their time comes in, already they have expired. They no longer serve their purpose. So that's the problem. Another time also, the kind of food we eat, there are some food that inhibits absorption of other nutrients. For example, taking food with tea. Tea inhibits absorption of iron.
Is that so?
Yes, in the body. So we just eat to fill the stomach.
Okay.
Another thing about the fruits is that where do we get fresh fruits today? That they are very natural. Because we say the free radicals comes from what? Chemicals. Many of these fruits, we are sourcing them from what? Chemical places. For example, if it's a greenhouse, already that's full of what? Chemicals. I'm looking at these fruits like apples, the grapes. We tend to import them from other countries. So importation process takes long. Then they are stored in refrigerators. What keeps them fresh actually for long? And you'll realize that even, yes, they are the reason even why we are suffering from all these cancer diseases. So another thing also, fruits still undergo some digestion process. So like I said, the supplements are more effective. For example, this complete. If I swallow a capsule of complete today, in 15 minutes, it has disintegrated and it has been absorbed in my blood, my bloodstream already in the cells. So all of it is absorbed. So this one are more effective compared to the ordinarily fruits and vegetables. Yeah. And also another thing all about the supplements is that you are able to get everything at a go. Because how many fruits will you take so that you can get calcium, you can get vitamin C, you get vitamin A, you know, you can't be able to afford all of them actually, yeah. And maybe to add something on that, you know, different people also need more supplements.
Yes.
Because of reasons. I'm looking at the people, elderly people. Elderly people, they need a lot of supplements because their bodies already are weak. Many of their organs are no longer functioning. So they really need to supplement. It cannot accept absorption of normal digestion process. Increased demand is also coming with things like pregnancy. I'm looking at the expectant mothers. They need high doses of supplements because they are feeding for 2 people. Then again, these supplements helps us to raise and maintain our body immune system from communicable diseases. Talk of this HIV, the hepatitis, the coronavirus that we are suffering from today. And also it helps us to prevent and reverse non-communicable diseases like the cancers, like I've said. So in short, everyone needs the supplements. And I think supplements is the in thing today. It has come timely because we are really, most of us are attacked by this coronavirus issue. And they are talking about just you need to strengthen your immunity. Yes.
Wow. And before Dr. you move on, maybe just to ask something about that. Most of the things we've talked about, most of the diseases,
Yes.
They are more of lifestyle.
Yes.
So, for example, if someone has got bad cholesterol,
Yes.
that's a lifestyle thing.
It is.
So, do this supplement reverse those situations?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
They reverse. And also, you don't have to wait until you are sick for you to take supplements. You know, so what is sickness? You know, many of us declare ourselves sick when the doctor is admitting you at the hospital. But many times we are sick, but we still have the energy to move around. They can reverse those conditions, and it also helps us because many of us, they don't have time to go for a free medical checkup. And you know, we are normally advised once a year, it's good to just go and run a checkup on your body to find all these conditions. We've seen people just walking and falling without any sign of disease before. Only later, during postmortem, is when we are told, oh, he had a blockage in the brain, you know, blood clot and all those kind of stuff. So supplements, their major role, we are really saying, let's be proactive in nature. I said our CEO is a medical doctor by training. And him, for more than 20 years, he's been in hospital serving the sick. And he came up with this company because he was looking at a proactive way. What prevention is better than cure. Because again, he said, all the conditions we are battling from today, just the major cause is the diet. There are 2 things about our diet. Number 1, it's a zero diet, meaning it doesn't have enough nutrients to support the body, or it's full of chemicals because of the processed meals and the environment we are in. So for him, it was like, prevention is better than cure. In fact, he normally says, eat your food like medicine. Otherwise, time comes when you will be taking medicine as food. Yes.
Wow, that's great, Fabian. We are learning great things here. How I only wish that we would have such forums many times so that our members, our viewers can learn more, because I'm realizing that we suffer because of ignorance, because we don't know. And if really there are such opportunities and there are such products, we can really benefit from them. I am just, before I ask you some other question, and maybe as we move to the next level, the other part of the presentation, I would also want to know how now can our viewers get these products, and how can they, for example, I mean, is there a way of an organized way of getting them, even in an affordable price? I don't know even how much they are sold, and maybe I would wish. Secondly, I'm also concerned about children. I heard you talked about one product there about for children. I'm just concerned because I am learning that even in our schools we cannot control the food that our children are taking in school. I am so concerned about the kind of culture and lifestyle, as you have said, that is developing in our schools, especially when some schools are having what you call the birthdays. They want to celebrate the birthday of this child. Almost every day children are celebrating a birthday. And I see them taking a lot of sugar, cakes and everything. Even today I see my own children, they are just celebrating every day that they were celebrating someone's birthday the other day, today celebrating another one, they have another one tomorrow. And some parents even bring us huge cakes as a house, so that they can just surprise the children. Now, I'm just concerned because that is also an health problem. It is going to develop a serious problem. And when you want to really control this, you realize that many other parents have no problem. So I'm wondering whether there are some products that can also help our children to save them from such kind of things.
Yes, okay,
Yes.
that's a concerned parent. Yeah, thank you for raising that question. And the truth is, when I was doing my introduction, I told you guys that we are not able to prevent the damage of free radicals because we are affected. We are in a micro environment that you can't control so much on what is happening. And that's why the supplements comes in handy. We need them because one thing about the supplements is that it minimizes the damage of the same free radicals. They are also detoxifiers because they can also help us to flush out those darts that you are getting from what? Those bad food that you are taking. So the company has everything for everyone, and our children are on a safer side because we have products for them that can help them to manage that. So back to another question, where do we get the products? I said we have an office here in Eldoret, at the Eldoret Daima Towers. We are based at 8th floor. And in Nairobi also, we have an office at Caxton Building along Kenyatta Avenue, and we are there at 1st floor. So those are our company offices where these products are sourced from. And how you can get them, also I can always share my contacts. You can reach out to me, and we can help you to get the products. You don't have to be there physically. We also have online ways of sending these products to door-to-door services, and you can always get them at your place of work or at your convenient places. Yes.
She now share with us the other opportunity whereby we can also make money out of this, and also, have income. So maybe you can take us through the next stage.
Yes. Thank you so much again. And the next part is about the business aspect, because I told you this company, we've got two major objectives. The first objective is about the health awareness, and the second one is about wealth creation or money. And come to think of it, when you look at basic needs of a human being, it always zero about health issues and what? And money issues. And you rarely get one person who has both. What normally happens is that when you are young, we are full in health, but we are poor, pocket-wise. 10 times comes, we always have money, but we sacrifice the health in the process. So what's the point of you having the millions and spending them on hospital bed? That's why our major objective is to see you enjoying both. So on the second part, it actually answers the question, how do we get the products? So how do we get these products? There are two ways of getting the products. One, you can be a customer, whereby you are getting the products from a distributor like myself. And I don't advise you for that. The second way is when you come in as a partner to this company. And when you come in as a partner, it means you will be able to access the products directly from the company at a cheaper price, of course, or a discounted price. And you will also have an advantage of having an account in the company that can enable you also to make money out of it. So before I get on how to get this, I just want you guys to look at something here simple. I'm a student of Robert Kiyosaki about the cash flow quadrant. And Robert Kiyosaki is advocating, he normally tells us there are 4 legal ways of earning an honest living in any society. They are stamped them as quadrant levels. We have something known as the left quadrant and the right quadrant. And on the left quadrant, he has put employees and self-employed people. And he says these employees or self-employed people, these are the majority of most of the people we have in any economy. And these are guys who are earning what we call direct income. Direct income is an income you are making. You know, it's like you are trading time for money. For example, if you are employed today, you will work 8 hours a day and you will get your salary at the end of the month. It is okay. But what will happen when that job is no longer there? What will happen when retirement comes in? What will happen when even natural things like death occur? It means you will lose that income. So direct income is limited to you as a person. The moment you are not there, things will always be on a mess. And again, self-employed people, these are guys who chose to employ themselves. They chose to own shops. For example, let me use an example of someone who is owning a boutique. If you have a boutique today, it means there is a capital outlay you need to put in place. There is management issues, you know, and at the end of the day, you need to be there to micromanage everything. We are told these small business owners, they are normally the first people to be at work and the last people to leave their work. And they are the last to pay themselves because, you know, things are a bit tough, and you cannot control the environment you are in. If that shop has to be successful, you really need to be there full time. And many a times, even when you die, God forbid, that shop always dies because it relies on your experience as a person. And 95% of us are there. They are the most hardworking people, but they paid peanuts. They always live from hand to mouth. And there is no progress actually in life. Then on the right quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki is talking about business owner and investors. And these people, they make what we call residual income. And the residual income is an income you are able to generate, whether you are there or not. I'll put it clearly. When you look at these big business owners, these are guys who have understood the success formula. To them, success equals a system plus a network. And their system is something that is independent of the owner. I'll use a common example. For example, as a banker, there is this mobile banking. I'm sure all of us have mobile banking app, or even we have an ATM machine. You know, anytime you withdraw money using mobile money or ATM, the charges are so small, around 30 shillings only, which might not make much impact on you. But from their bank's perspective, that's a system they have in place. To them, they have what we call leveraging. They are leveraging on the network because they are looking at the number of people who are doing that kind of transactions. And you realize in a big bank, you'll never miss like 1 million people who are doing transactions every day, either through ATM machine or through mobile money. So 30 times 1 million, that means that's a bank is able to make 30 million on Monday, 30 million on Tuesday, 30 million on Wednesday, you know. That's a leveraging aspect. So for us, we believe that you better earn 1% from an effort of so many people than you make 100% yourself. And that's the same concept we are borrowing in this industry of network marketing. And we are telling you, if you want to make residual income, just come in as a partner. You partner with small amount of money. The company already, Alliance in Motion Global, has invested in massive systems in place. Your role is only to plug yourself into the system and build your own network. You are trading using the company products, but in real sense, the business is yours.
Wow, that's great.
Yes.
Yes.
So them, they have done the heavy part,
It has been researched for
It
you.
has been researched.
System in place.
The system is in place. They have brought you their warehouse at Eldoret Daima Towers. You know, they have free trainings. They have organized for the trainings where they train your people every single day for 6 days in a week, Monday to Saturday.
And as you move on,
Yes.
you should be telling us the academic qualification for this.
There is no academic qualifications, viewers. This is one area of high interest because it doesn't discriminate against age, against the academic papers. You know, so long as you know how to talk, which even if you don't know how to talk, we can always train you to talk. So your aim is simply to get to understand what it takes for you to be an independent distributor of the company. Yes.
Thank you.
So allow me now to tell you how to get started.
Yes.
What entails for you to become an independent distributor. It's very simple. The company is simply telling you, for you to partner with us, you are required to invest 26,888 shillings.
26,888 shillings only.
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
So it's a one-off capital. When you pay this 26,888 shillings, in return, you are given products worth the same amount of money.
Oh, so you buy your,
So
it's just
to
getting
be a
products.
member,
Yes.
you are simply required to purchase products worth 26,888 shillings. And in this pack, you will be getting an assorted pack that contains all the products that I've just mentioned at a discounted price. And these products are meant for your use because we talked about health is your greatest wealth. So we are saying before even you think of talking to your neighbor about the same, you consume them, get the feeling, because it is easier to recommend something out of experience.
Great.
And in the package, you will have everything for everyone. There is something for your kids, there is something for your elderly parents, there is something for you as a person. So it's for a family, yes.
So the package contains so many different types of, which you can consume as a family.
Actually, they are meant for you,
great.
for your consumption,
Okay.
yes. And of course, you will consume. If you love them, you can always recommend to other people. And when you start recommending to other people, that's the selling you are talking about. Yes.
Great.
So once you become a member now, you've gotten your package of products, and you've already gotten your account in the company. So you've killed two birds with one stone. Just paying 26,888, you will get your package of products and you will get your account where? In the company. And that account now will allow you to make income generated activities with the company. So once you are in, what are you supposed to do? What you are supposed to do is that you use the products and you share them with other people. And the company will have exposed you to 6 ways of earning once you become a member. 6 ways of earning. I'm going to look at it one by one. The first way of earning is called retailing profit. Retailing profit simply means my college use here, I'm holding in my hand. As a member, I've gotten it at 750 shillings, for example. Because I'm a member, I'm getting it at a discounted price. If I will share this to my friend, of course, I'll sell it at a profit. And I'll give this friend at 1,000 Kenya shillings. And I will have make a profit of how much? 250 shillings. So that moment they are releasing the package for you, inside that package there is also a price list that guides you on how to retail these products. And the truth is, if you retail everything that is contained in your package of 26,888, you'll make a total of around 40,000 Kenya shillings. So it means you'll have regained your capital, and on top there is a profit you'll have made. So that's number one way of making what? Money. And friends or viewers, in this company, we are not saying we should be selling every single day. Because remember, our ultimate goal is to make what? Residual income. We want you to be in the other side, the right side of the quadrant. Because if you focus on retailing these products, you are still as a self-employed person.
Yes.
So it means you'll only make money when you are there.
Yeah.
So we are not focusing so much on the retailing aspect. So we are telling you, if you want to make a fortune out of this program, build a team, build a network. Because we've agreed that success equals a system plus what? Plus a network. So when you joined in with 26,888, already you have gotten access to the system. So the remaining part is for you to build what? To build your network. So when you're building your network, let me use an example as Ricky, for example. Assume Ricky has paid the 26,888. We'll tell you, Ricky, you've opened your organization in the company. So the next thing is share this idea to at least how many friends? 2 of your friends, because that's your network. Are you getting it? So when you talk to your 2 of your friends, assume you have Anne and Bruno, for example. And both of them love the idea, and they decide to invest the same amount of money, which is 26,888. You'll bring them on board as your associates or business associates. And this time round, one will form a team on your left. That will be a team leader on your left. Another one will be your team leader on the right. Are we saying it? And the company says, Anne and Bruno came to the company courtesy of Ricky. The company never ran any advert anywhere. You are their partner because they don't want to compete with you in the media. So they are saying the money that we could have paid these media houses would have paid who? Ricky.
Yes.
So here we are doing a referral-based business. So anytime Anne and Bruno has paid 26,888, the company would compensate Ricky with what we call direct referral bonus of how much? 1,800 per head.
1,800
per egg,
3,600.
That is a total of 3,600 because you've referred how many people? 2 people.
By
One on
only
your
telling
right
them,
and another on left.
and they
yes.
just joined
They just joined.
the program.
And these are guys who have joined. They have gotten products for their own use.
That's great.
Yes. So the company is saying, let's just focus ourselves on the 2 people. You know, you cannot manage so many people. So once you've gotten your 2 team leaders, you work with them because this is also a mentorship business. Yes. So you need to create time to mentor these people, make them independent, develop them so that they can run this shop also without who? Without you. So in that regard, it means in case you have any other person, you'll always sign those people under who? Under your 2 team leaders. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes. So, and when you are mentoring, the company still pays you because they are telling you, Ricky, make sure both A and B are growing, I mean, so that you cannot focus so much on one side at the expense of the other side. So every time, make sure both your A and B is growing. And you will be given something known as pairing bonus. The third way of making money is called pairing bonus. So I've talked of retailing as number 1. Number 2 is direct sponsoring bonus or direct referral bonus. Anytime you bring someone on board as an associate, you are getting 1,800. And the third one, we are talking of pairing bonus. To me, a pair means 2. A pair means left and what?
Right.
And right. So Ricky brought Anne on the left and he brought Ben on the right. So when you are developing this A and B, make sure you exercise what? Equality. And for that to happen, the company has put what you call pairing bonus. You'll be given money anytime there is someone on your left and anytime there is someone on your right. That makes what? That makes a pair. How much is the bonus? It is 4,800. So our pairing bonus is 4,800. So we are talking of Ricky, who has brought A on the left and B on the right. How much total income will he make? He will make 1,800 for bringing A, 1,800 for bringing B, and 4,800 for the pair. And that makes a total of 8,400. So the company is similar, it's a commission-based kind of. Because the company is looking at courtesy of Ricky, we've made sales of 53,776. 26,888 times what? Times 2. Which, if we could have paid any media house, we could have paid that cost. But courtesy of Ricky, these sales came on board. So Ricky will take what? His commission. Then from there now, you work with your A and B. A and B as people that you don't know. And he will tell you, leader, come and help me to sell the same idea to my people. So as you are helping them, A will bring 2 people on the left, and you will make 8,400 just like you. B will bring another 2 people, right and left, another 8,400 just like you. And in the process, you will have extra 2 people on your left and 2 people on your right. So eventually, you will make how much? 9,600 from the efforts of A and B. So you realize that at this level, you might not have brought anyone directly, but you meant that these 2 people to get there too. So you will be carrying a leadership role and to make sure that all the people who are in your network are actually growing, are getting the basics of the business.
So
and yes.
This 9,600 is
Yes.
when these people bring their own
they are
members.
duplicating now.
Ah, great.
Yes.
So 9,600
To Ricky.
to Ricky.
Yes.
Good.
But the 2 people have gotten 8,400 each.
Ah, wow. That's fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
And the same will keep on duplicating. Anytime there is someone who has joined Ricky from the left and from the right, that makes a pair, and you are earning 4,800 until infinity. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to bring these people, but they are in your network. Are you getting it? And when it comes to that level, time comes you'll be earning even from people you don't know. They might even not in this country, but that's the system. That's how the system works. And it means at this level, you will start enjoying what you call the residual income. Because even if Ricky, you are not in the picture because of one reason or another, you realize that the system is still paying you. Because there is no day all of you will just be absent at the same time. Yes. And that's what I personally looked at when I was in the bank those days. And I felt that, make hay while the sun shines, Let me prepare for the rainy season, yeah? And today I'm enjoying the fruits of this network because I've built a great network personally. I've got a network of more than 4,000 people from the time I started. And genuinely, I don't know all of them. Even across the borders of Kenya, we've got business in Burundi, Congo. Those are places I've never stepped into, but it happened courtesy of the system. That's why we say success about system and what? And network. So yeah, that's much about the business. And if you've mastered this, you are just on an overdrive.
Wow, that's
Yes,
great.
Yes.
That's great. I love the passive nature of this, the passive income, whereby you can be able to earn without doing anything. And the most important question we always ask is that how much are you earning while you are sitting? How much are you earning while you are sleeping? How much are you earning while you are on holiday? And that is great. I believe that as we conclude this, maybe we can have some few comments and questions from our friends.
Reminds me of what Warren Buffett said.
Yeah.
If you can't earn on your sleep,
You'll
work
work
until
till
you
you
die.
die.
Right? And I'm not ready to work until you die, okay? So I like the model. Maybe you've hinted about this, but there's someone who's seated out there, and maybe they've got questions, they've got doubts. What really motivated you to get started?
Yes.
What motivated you to get started? in this
Yes.
business?
Thank you so much for asking that question. How I got to know this company, it's because of the health aspect, I mean. We are told if you are not infected, we are affected. At times you are as strong as a person, but maybe within your circles, we have people who are suffering because of one condition or another. And Fabian, when I was working in the bank, I had someone who was sickly back at home. And this is someone who has always been all these hospitals, taking medication, you know. And it was a desperate situation, actually, for that matter, until a day, a friend of mine told me, Fabian, why don't you try supplements on this person? And shockingly, I never even understood what a supplement is. And I could ask the same person, what's a supplement? He referred me to the company office to meet a certain lady. And when I got to that point, lucky enough, I found out that a lady was also a medic. She was a nurse by training, and she took me through the supplement aspect. And I didn't ask a lot of questions because, you know, they had showed me that already there were great testimonies of other people who have used the same, and I chose to just take them for my ailing person. So when it came to the pricing of the prospects, of the prices, I mean, of the products, it was a bit expensive, you know. And the medic was advising me that I should take products that lasted for 2 months. So as a banker, I understand about numbers and figures, and I felt that it was more economical to come in as a member, and I'll get more products with a high value. So initially, I just bought a package for my ailing parent back at home. So when they used their products, after 2 weeks, there was a positive response from the same, and she also recommended the same even to other fellow women in the village, and they asked for the same. So the products gave me confidence to walk this path of business. Then later, I went now to understand the business aspect of it. And when I looked at this model of earning a residual income, I think that's what really attracted me so much. Because many a times when we are at place of work, you realize that we are starting afresh every single day, you know. We've seen people losing jobs who were happy there, they were living a good life. Then because of, in a blink of an eye, things change. And they go down to their scratch, you know. So to me, I looked at, let me just put in some money there and build it. Maybe in the next 5 years, I'll be able to school my kids without so much stress. So that's another thing, fear, no, of working till you die, like you have said. Because many times when you are on pay slips, the longer you stay in the service, the smaller the pay slip becomes. Yes, and personally, where I come from, I remember my dad schooled someone. Yeah? My dad helped one of my aunties through school. And when I went to school myself, it was like, it's a turn of the auntie to take care of me, you know, because my dad took care of him, you know. And I was also in the same scenario. When I was in the bank for 5 years, the major thing I did, I schooled my siblings. I took a parental responsibility before when I got my own kids. And 5 years later, my siblings had cleared schools, but they were unlucky. They never got jobs. 5 years later, I was already a mother. My kids also are starting going to school. So I was a bit worried. If I was not going to take a serious step, I would end up being a bother to my siblings later, telling them, but because I schooled you, you need to take care of my kids, you know. So I looked at this as an opportunity because before even then I had tried so many other businesses. I used to run a boutique in Nairobi. Unfortunately, you know, every time it was losses after losses after losses. Every day you would get at even the person who were there not trustworthy enough to take care of your shop so well, and you took loans to start up their businesses. So I was simply working for my landlord and the sales lady and the loan. There was no day I could pay myself. I cannot tell you the day I paid myself. And that's money. So when I looked at this, to me, I felt it was somehow manageable because number one, we are talking of 27,000 Kenya shillings, which for a serious entrepreneur, you'll always get it. Even if not from a bank, you can sell something and you can raise the amount of money. But good news, it cannot require other overheads in the process. Yeah. There is no rent to pay. There is no other government legalities to pay. There is no salaries to pay. And it's a briefcase kind of business, you know. Then there is a teamwork kind of it because my business is the business of some of my leaders.
Protection.
So I felt that the risks were much less compared to traditional sense of businesses. And I chose to take that path to be a good student. But 5 years later, I normally compare the 5 years I've been in employment and the 5 years I've been here. I'll tell you for free that things are much working here. There is so much progress that's happening because I attribute all of it to the system.
Wow, that's
I attribute
fantastic.
all of it to the system because
fantastic.
Talk about a system. I love using this. You know, system, you can't do nothing about a system. For example, a teacher. You know, many of our civil servants, for example, when we get employed, we are employed based on grades. There's a job group you are starting from. It's a job group, for example, job group something, and you can work. Even you work in a place even for 30 years. That's how the system is. You hardly get someone who is a primary school teacher working in a place for 30 years and you get your salary even hitting 100,000. Simply because it is what? It is a system, you know. Yeah, but when I came here, in my 10th month, I had twice my salary in 5 years' time. In 5 years' time, you know. And I was wondering what's not happening, only to discover it is a system. So viewers, let me tell you, today, if you will find yourself struggling somewhere, don't blame yourself. It's not about that you are lazy. It is the system that is actually failing us. Because we are always busy every single day, but we are working in a place whereby there is a ceiling. You can't go beyond it. But here, it's like you are given a blank check. It's up to you to decide how much you want to go home with. If you choose 10,000, it's up to you. If you choose 100,000, it's up to you. And now the element of personal attribute comes in. So if you choose to be a self-driven person, if you choose to have all the discipline, be a good student, you will always make a very good progress in life. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. We are learning a lot. Just finally, as we conclude, let's listen from Ricky, please.
Thank you, Daktari. Our guest entrepreneur. Thank you for opening up our minds. I like the fact that this system protects the people you bring into business so that you only recruit two. Yes. And if in case you get that person, you need to pair them under your...
You support your first two.
You support. Yes. So the model is very protective of the fact that it will avoid one being so much...
It avoids what we call internal competition.
Yes. Sure. And also it helps you grow. It's actually a mentorship program. And it's what we do at Kenya Centers of Academicians and Diverse-Oriented Research. We mentor. That's why I'm very motivated to learn from you. And I promise you I'll visit you to start somewhere, because it's really a unique and viable model. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As we conclude this, because of time, I know we have a lot to discuss, and I'm requesting Phoebe that we just make this to be the first phase, the first presentation, so that next time you have again, so that we may even have our members asking questions. But just as we conclude, what are your final remarks on this?
Yes.
And what are you telling our viewers?
My final remarks on this is that, you know, just to emphasize what he was asking me, why am I in this, yeah? I found this more productive because it's something that you're able to empower other people. And that's one of the key ingredients that has made me to be so passionate about the SEM up to today. To me, I believe that a true definition of success is making more people successful. And I will always encourage our viewers that let's always be open-minded, and let's always embrace these new ideas that are coming up with the dynamics of there. Because when I look at this model, it has actually come to solve the modern day challenges that we are facing as many nations. When you look at it keenly, many of us are crying over unemployment. It is true, it is there, and the government won't solve it unless we take it just to be at a personal level. So I'll just encourage you that let's always be open-minded. Let's get started because the world will be a better place if every one of us plays a very key role towards making it a better place. So most welcome. I'm looking forward to see many of you coming up to get to learn more about the SEM. And on behalf of all other leaders who are not even here today, I just want to assure you that guarantee you of support. We are working with this channel together because our key interest is making also more people to be successful in the community, and we want also to have a very healthy community. Yeah.
That's great, Phoebe. And I want to just, for the sake, I know many of our members are watching us, viewers. We have our parents and teachers. This is a great opportunity for all of us. Anyone can do it. It doesn't matter what you are doing, age, and even education. It is interesting. Just also to give you the news, I'm also one of the members, a serious one, and this is interesting. I love the products and I love the opportunity. Number two, it's something I am learning as we conclude is that the element of the teamwork in it. The team together, everyone achieves more. And secondly is that it is very interesting that we can now participate in an international company while we are seated right in our villages. And it is really interesting. We want to thank you so much for listening and participating in this program and watching us live. We are, this is Kenya Centers of Academicians Digital Television, and we are live at Greenwoods Resort. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. We meet again Monday next week.